let people hate you. How to practice being neutral to live the life you want. Everybody hates being hated. Kind of funny to say. We don't like when other people don't like us because that it feels very threatening. But to live the life you want, you cannot cater to other people's feelings. And vice versa. Other people should not be catering to you because we all have free will, we all have desires, and I would not want what everybody else wants. I want to craft and to form the life I want based on my experiences, and I want everybody else too. So, what comes with that is people not liking you for what you do. Because guess what? Everybody has free will. And I wouldn't want to make sure somebody likes me and everything because then I'm not tending to my needs. Because that's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. And the best way to let people hate you is to be neutral. Let them expressing themselves fully without controlling it. So the best thing I would encourage you to do is to pick a few different things that you want to do every day. I like to call them dailies. So 3 different tasks I do is journaling, working out, and organizing. And I make sure I do that every day, even though sometimes it's inconvenient for my partner and he doesn't like it because sometimes it's interrupting his flow, and I just let him experience his upset, his annoyance, and let it be because it is just a feeling and those pass. It's an action. It's not him as a character judging me and my character. It's his feeling about my change because everybody doesn't like change. Everybody likes the status quo. But the one thing that is certain is that everything is going to change. Whether you like it or not, we're going to get older. Our faces are going to change. Our bodies are going to change. Our skin's going to look different. Our environment's going to change and evolve. The people in our life are going to come in and out. So let's take charge and do what we want. And being neutral is just being very steady and letting emotions exist without having any type of interference with it. Not being mad at it, not being happy with it, just being neutral. And living a neutral life sounds kind of depressing in a way, but in the long term, everything is long term. You will cultivate a sense of peace and steadiness and stability. Everybody wants stability. Everybody wants these nice, subtle, consistent relationships. The ups and downs may seem fun, but the valleys are where bad things happen and bad emotions and just an upset, toxic world. I know people throw that word around, but a lot of toxic behavior occurs when we go in these valleys, and we just want to stay neutral. We want to develop a neutral life because that's stable. You can experience some ups and downs, which help you decide what you want, because I don't believe we should eliminate negativity or anger or hate, because this is freedom of speech and freedom of ideas, and without that we wouldn't evolve, we wouldn't be exposed to new ideas, we wouldn't validate each other or just disapprove each other, because without the contrast, the positive wouldn't exist. So the best way to live the life you want is to let people feel angry, but also not taken internally or trying to stop them. What I like doing is just picking things you do every day and sticking with them with whatever you want. And there's a new habit I've been starting is going to bed early, and that's affecting my partner because I want to go to bed earlier because it helps with my digestive system. I took a course recently that really goes over how your digestive system operates, and it really is based on a circadian rhythm and how your body secretes hormones and when you're waking up, because you don't want to go you don't want to like poop the bed, so your body secretes certain hormones to make it so that your like digestive system moves slower, but as soon as you wake up things start chugging. So what I realize is if I'm going to bed at an inconsistent time, my body's like, hey, now your clock is all weird. So I'm starting to go to bed earlier, but my partner is so used to us staying up late. But now I'm setting up a boundary that I'm going to bed earlier because I want to put my body first. And it affects him. It makes him a little annoyed that I want to go to bed because we have a lot of fun time at night just watching TV shows or playing video games. But I'm putting myself first and I'm letting him experience these uncomfortable feelings. I'm not shaming him for feeling those feelings. I'm letting them exist without condemning him and saying those are bad. You shouldn't be feeling that. He should feel that. If he's feeling it, he should feel it. And it's an action, not his character. And that's one of the main things that helps me stay neutral, is that all actions are actions. It's not them as a person, the character, because once we start going after their character, there's no sense of change. Because you think someone's a bad person, whatever they do, even if it's something nice, deep down they're bad. And that's not a great way to look out at life. What I liked looking at is everybody is a good person, whether they are doing something evil or doing something really good. Deep down, I feel like everybody has a good bone in their body, but they just took the wrong path sometimes, or they made the wrong decisions. And that may be controversial, but I believe everybody is a good person, and everybody deep down can make positive change and can do the good thing, the neutral thing, and live the way they want, but letting actions be actions and not taking internally as who they are or who you are is how you live a happy life. Because if I internally took him being mad at me, then I would second guess my actions and be like, maybe it's not that important. But it is important to me. And I should not abandon myself because I want to put myself first, and it'll teach him to put himself first if whenever I get mad. Because we don't want to be coddling each other and saying and just making people upset, because we're just suppressing our growth. If I get upset about him doing something different, I'm suppressing his growth. So I have to be the catalyst for change, for letting him experience his emotions, but also me sticking with what I said I was going to do. And just being neutral, because over time, things will steady and life will move on. And sooner or later, habits will stick, and that will become the new normal. And we're just consistently evolving. And let people hate you. You will be safe. You are safe. You have so much to be thankful for. And become a vessel of stillness. And do what you want. And follow through. Even when people say they don't like it. Even when people say they find it annoying. You can take it as criticism, as not criticism, but you can use it as critiques to see, to think like maybe they're right. You can look at it, but over time you're able to see that your intuition is all knowing. if it's in the body, because a lot of times if it's in the head, we think too much. But coming back to yourself and just sticking with your dailies every day, because after you do your daily, if you feel great after it, that means you should do it consistently. If you don't feel great after it, completing it, if you regret doing it, then probably don't do it, because we always just want to be steady. We don't want to do these extreme highs, because then the extreme low will come and our baseline gets pushed down. But when we do these painful things, like doing these habits that feel painful in the beginning, it ricochets and our baseline gets higher. So our neutral feeling actually gets elevated. So we have a positive neutral feeling that's creating peace and creating stability. So do what you want. Let people talk. Like this one quote that's on my table. I just thought of it right now. Follow your own path and let people talk. Because words don't really matter. It's all about what you feel those words mean. And just realizing you have all the power and you can control your life. And working towards reminding yourself that every day.